slight. Hopefully, you get a couple more frames back in terms of performance. You know, we're continually making tweaks and tuning changes. We got the character customizer that's going to go live. I rebalanced all the high-end armor and weapons. You guys, I know we're going to love that. I fixed the coal issue, which you'll have plenty of coal now because coal was such a rare commodity before. But everything should be good, all right in the world. I made some tweaks to Draymar. Hopefully, Draymar the Stutter will now just be Draymar. I removed some of his AoE effects and I put them on his hits, so he's actually in many ways become much more lethal. Let's see what else. I rebalanced or I redid the spawners in Befallen, so some cool stuff there. Baby piglets. Who doesn't love baby piglets? They're so cute.
So I haven't found one of those yet. Are they actually a new model, or are they just smaller boars?
They're just smaller boars, baby boars.
Okay.
So they'll roam around. You might find them straying around, or they might be roaming around with Mama. Watch out for Mama. She'll gore you to death. But you know, I wanted to put some things. That's rare that they'll be roaming around during the day. With Mama. Mama comes out at night mostly. But they, you know, they're for the newer players. I read, you know, I took your guys' feedback. I wanted to get something in there that felt really good, easy to kill. They don't drop a lot of sinew or anything like that. Tusks are really rare off those, but they'll give you something to kill and make you feel good about yourself. How's that? Because the skeletons, we all know defiled skeletons, they're tortured. They're just so evil to fight. Chloe hates fighting those things.
No, the defiled torture, actually, I think, because I know the development story behind them, I think they're actually one of the cooler enemies in the game. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm just referencing, one of our animators, when animating our lead animator, Nate, was on, he was telling us the story about one of our other animators who was tasked with coming up with the concept and the actual movement of the defiled skeletons. She actually went out and videotaped her doing the slashing move that you see them do. Unfortunately, she won't give me that video footage because I think it would be brilliant to see. But yeah, I love that. I love that it is literally her body hunched up and doing that movement. That's what we see in the game. So
there's no use for charcoal yet other than to fill up your bags, but there will be. So much like other things that we've put into the game, you'll definitely want to keep collecting that stuff and have a stockpile. You know, much like the night blooms that spawn in the world. Now they're going to play a critical role in repairing certain the 3 high tier weapons in the game that are somewhat magically infused with the essence of the Sundered Isle. So you're going to need that. The current counter, he was originally going to be in this drop, but I pulled him out. I wasn't ready. The items weren't ready. You know, as I've told many of you on the forums, I'm very transparent. Sometimes things make it, sometimes they don't. That's why the beta patch has taken a little bit longer. We've been trying to fix a couple bugs, and that's really the truth.
yes.
I just couldn't get to the current counter. I couldn't get it to where I wanted it in time. I didn't want to rush it. So hopefully in the next update, you'll see the current counter.
With something like the current counter, we really only get one shot at first impressions with you guys. And if it's not an epic impression right out of the gate, we don't want you to be able to come in and hunt our heads for putting them on pikes.
I mean, come on, Chloe. Who actually goes and posts a review saying they can't find audio settings? Does anybody even do that? I'm sorry, that was good.
Although, you know, speaking of people who post reviews and not being able to find settings, one of the most common ones that we actually hear is that we don't have the ability to invert the mouse.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. And we do have that ability. It is in the key bindings.
Yep.
But I think we could probably highlight that a little bit better. And actually change it. We'll talk offline, but I think the changing of the text again would probably be the thing that we need to do. Because that one's still ongoing. In fact, I actually have a piece of artwork on Steam just for that purpose. Because I can be like, here it is. Look at the image, and this is exactly what you're looking for. So.
What are we talking about?
The option to invert mouse to make it more clear. Just
guys,
to make it more clear.
You know what I did?
What
I load in the SIGBot instead of Iridium. Gosh,
so you're gonna
darn it.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta. I'm
Hey,
gonna
you know
quit
what
out.
We forgot to do.
Screen's gonna go black
We also
for
forgot
just
to
a second. I gotta
have you
log out.
share
what do we-
screen with me.
Oh, did I forget to?
It's fine. No. We'll do.
I'll walk you through it, Chloe. Right
It's
now,
fine. It's all
I'm
good.
actually logging out. And now I'm going to change user. Is that okay, Chloe? Can I do that?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Chloe. All right. I'm shutting down the game. The screen's going to go black for about a few seconds. Maybe 30. All right. But luckily I crashed, so it's all good when I run XSplit. For some reason, man, our game hates XSplit. All right. I'm changing user.
I just totally realized my door's open.
Nice. All right, guys. So hopefully you're having fun on the stream. Chloe, why don't we give something away? Can we do that? Because obviously I'm really terrible at my job of doing stuff.
You're terrible at your job. I'm working I don't know how many hours now.
Yeah, it's all right.
Today is definitely one of our less put together streams.
No, we're rock solid, guys.
Yeah.
You know our streams. We make it up as we go, and we have a ton of fun. You know, as other developers, we're not kind of, you know, I've watched other streams from other devs, and they're very, yes, and this is the idea that we came up with, and today we're going to present. Chloe and I just kind of make it up as we go because we want to have fun. You know, Savage Lands is a fun game. You are logged on another computer. Oh, no.
Chris.
Yeah, all right, sorry. I got to force my other profile off my other machine that's running. See, okay, Chloe. I agree with Chloe. We came ill prepared on this one. My fault again. Breaking the prefabs and breaking the game and man, just terrible.
I'm just, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens in game development.
No, we're good. We're really
we
good. I
hurt
feel
you all
it.
for showing up, and we appreciate you putting up with us today.
You know what we're gonna do today, Chloe? I'm gonna
you
give
want
away.
to do-
I'm gonna give away stuff.
Yes, you want to give away stuff.
I'm gonna do an island hunt. You guys can come to my
Okay.
island hunt. For
And
you guys that
While
are
you're
old
doing that, what am I giving away in chat? Am I giving away
games,
game codes?
give away,
All right,
yeah,
all
game
right. Well, what's
codes.
my code? What's my code? That I'm giving away? What's the code? Give me a keyword.
What's a good one? What's a good one? Ooh. War chest.
War chest. All right, one word, even though it's actually really two words. One word. That is not the thing I wanted. Oh, mute. There we go. Okay. Give me my... I love technology this week. All right, the keyword is war chest, no caps, no spaces. And this is going to be for copies of the games. Make sure you don't add us. It's just war chest. That is the way that the game picks up the game. The system.
Come on, Chloe, you can do this, girl. You got this.
It's fine. No spaces, no
got it.
caps. And we'll pick a couple of winners. We're gonna let that sit for a few seconds while Chris gets himself sorted out.
All right. So I'm giving away, guys. I'm going to host a server. Go ahead and join. It'll be open to anyone. The idea is that you come and find me. I'm sending it to Hostel, so my name tag won't display. Come and find me. It's an island hunt. And I'll give you, if you get to me first, and you're not wearing Ebon Steel and a Flesh Ripper, I'll give you a bag of goodies. You know, you guys are streaming, so if you do get to me first, awesome. I'll give you a shout out in the stream. But if you're, you know, I like to give a lot of the new stuff to the newer players because I know a lot of you old school guys. And by the way, as soon as I started hosting the game, tons of games started. I saw a lot of guys that are in the stream right now launching games that are on my friends list. Everybody jumping in, so this is pretty cool. All right, so with that said, I'm going to launch a game. I'll give away cool stuff. For your old schoolers, if you run up in Ebon Steel, I might have something I can give away, like a Spirit Orb or something, but I'd really like to give bags away to those guys in the lesser gear that could really use it because I give away some cool stuff, like, you know, a flesh wrapped hammer. Who doesn't want one of those? Executioner armor. Who doesn't want that? And a flesh wrap bag. Those are cool. They're kind of stinky, but they're cool. All right. So anyway, I'm launching the game now.
Right, and I'm picking winners. Now, just to reply to 2 things in chat. A, guys, if you have questions, please feel free to ask them. You may get a slightly silly answer today, but we will actually give you a real answer as well. Old and Ugly, thank you so much. He just picked up War Chest yesterday. The reason why we're using War Chest is because Signal Studios has just launched our other game that we have been working on in connection with Ubisoft. This is what the majority of the studio has been working on. The Savage Lands team is a smaller part of the Signal Studios team. We all work there, but we all work on different things. And the War Chest is the 3rd iteration in our Toy Soldiers IP. So it just launched this week. It is on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. So if you are interested, it is a genre-bending, and that is now a phrase, genre-bending game where it is a tower defense.
Comes running up in Ebon Steel
with first-person shooter-ish. Because you drop a tower and there are waves of enemies, and then you come in and take over the tower, and you get more damage and stuff as that.
There's Amazing. Hey, where you going, Amazing 87? Come back here.
Okay.
Amazing 87. Where are you going, dude?
Okay.
Dude. Amazing 87.
And then another person.
Make sure you have. Hold on, Chloe. I got to throw something out in chat.
Okay.
This is not going to go as well as I hoped.
Why?
All right, hold on. Just make sure Steam user, draw monikers. All right, back.
Did you host as friendly instead of?
No. We're hostile. Amazing 87 was here first. I'm going to give Amazing 87 the bag of awesome. Oh boy, this is the wrong character. It's really just totally out of control. Hold on, Amazing 87. I got to make the bag. Golly, just what kind of?
You haven't touched this game.
Oh, I thought I had this character set up.
Have you?
No, this is my mining character. Oh boy. All right, sorry, Amazing 87.
This is really quite hilarious. I'm not gonna
lie. This is one of our greatest streams yet.
Fantastic! It's going amazing.
Awesome. Why do I have coal? What was I doing on this? All right, I do got gear, guys. Just hold your horses. I gotta
Were you testing for the new drop rates?
Oh man. Yeah, I was doing some stuff.
That's probably what you were doing.
This is actually a test character, guys. So.
So you're gonna when you do your next. I thought you were doing dev hunt.
Oh, can I just rewind 5 minutes?
I thought you were doing a dev hunt.
I was doing a dev hunt, but I loaded Uridium 5, which is a mining character.
Give them a whole bunch of spirit orbs.
All right, guys.
And go to the next character.
This is for Amazing 87. Guys, I'm going to drop a bag on the ground. This is Amazing 87's bag. Nobody take.
Okay.
All right, I'm just throwing that out there.
We're doing amazing. So, while you're figuring that out, congratulations to the following winners. Captain Dwayne Hicks, Hoops Doc, Netherward, Ukra, and the last name is hidden, Super Donkey 78. Those are our winners for the first round of Savage Land game codes. If you already have a copy of the game, that's okay. Give it to a friend. If you do not have a copy of the game and just wanted, congratulations. We would love to see you in game, either with us this week or next week. As you can tell, we just kind of opened the stream windows, and this is what you do. Normally, it's a little easier for Chris to be like, okay,
I'm usually well prepared for this.
Or not on the forums. Hidden on the island, come find me, but Chris is a little challenged today.
This is just a wreck. It's just a train wreck of a stream right now. Holy moly. What was I thinking?
I don't know, Chris. I don't know.
Chloe, it's all good. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. I will have this done. The stream, I will have this server giveaway done in just a second. Everything will be good. Everything's righteous. All right, guys. Okay, there you go. Amazing. Hopefully you got all that. This is for Amazing.
And I sent that on the wrong account.
All right, guys. Now, I'm going to quit out. We're going to do this properly once Amazing gets all his stuff here. All right, great. New server going up. I just got to type in chat, and I speak out loud when I do this stuff. All right. Oh my gosh, what a train wreck.
That's fine. I just sent the winners in chat from my personal account, not from.
Awesome. See, Chloe and I, we're on the ball. I only had 2 cups of coffee. Usually I have 2 cups of coffee and a Red Bull by now, but this is, golly. And normally I have all this server stuff set up, guys. I'm really sorry. That was one of my characters I use for testing stuff.
This is amazing. So
We're
congratulations to the winners. I apologize that I'm just not on the ball.
Chris.
I think I need coffee more badly than
Okay, I got a couple bags of stuff here. We're good. We're good, Chloe. Oh yeah, we're good. Ba-ba-da.
Oh, that's awesome. Ari was just saying that he played Savage Lands today while listening to the original Command and Conquer soundtrack. That is just going to make Chris so happy to hear.
There's a tear right now coming down my eye. That brings back, which soundtrack? Mechanical Man, that was actually one of my favorite from the day. Shall we take 5 minutes and talk about the glory days? The days being part of a team that defined a genre of gaming. What happened to those days? It's very hard to define a genre of gaming now. Anyway.
That's actually something, because it's something that we hear a lot, where we get compared to a variety of other games. You know, just toss out a few. There are other survival games that we're compared to. You know, Rust, The Forest.
Hey, Sav.
You know, we're compared to Ark. We're compared.
Congrats to Sav.
You know,
hold on.
You know, it's just like that's the thing. Old and Ugly's saying that the server isn't hostile. Or do you just have?
I just had it up, guys. You find me. This is a train wreck of a stream right now, so we're just.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened.
All right. Anyway, so the point is that when we're talking about games that stand out in a genre or define a genre, which is really where I was going with that, is there's no point. We've said this right from the beginning, because everybody goes, "Oh, well, you know, it pulls Savage Lands pulls this from this game and that from this game," and if it's really a beloved system and it works well, why reinvent the wheel? You know, we don't want to copy directly from another game, but if the system not in its entirety, but in its foundations work well, and we see a way that we can improve on that for this particular game, I mean, that's a good thing, right? It means we have some place to start from.
If I may, Chloe.
Please, Chris.
If I go back to 1995, a lot of great art, you know, most designs of games are built off of great ideas. Command & Conquer was built off of Dune 2, the building of a dynasty. It was one of the first RTSs next to Herzog Zwei that was released for the time. And then they continually iterate. Warcraft, StarCraft, Dark Reign, you look at Total Annihilation, all of them, you know, they've all taken similar concepts and iterated and kind of made a name for themselves. You know, why reinvent the wheel when you don't have to? When a new company comes out with a new car, you know, they don't reinvent the wheel. They don't reinvent brakes. They take the components that work best, and then they integrate that into their, you know, into the idea, their newer ideas to make something really slick and sexy and cool. That's what we try. You know, that's kind of our approach with Savage Lands. Build upon the things that work really well, but bring it into this fantasy setting that nobody's really done. There's a reason why nobody does fantasy, guys, because it's incredibly difficult to do, because there's an expectation that you're going to have tons of creatures, dragons, which we have, and armor and weapons. I mean, let's take a look. Let me break. I could break down a lot of these survival games. You know, take a look at DayZ. How many creatures do they have in DayZ? You know, how many creatures do we have in Savage Lands? Upwards close to 10 with varying AI components. DayZ has one AI module. And I could break that down really easy. One AI module that ran through structures for how long? Ark, on the other hand, that was built by a team of 40 guys. And Ark is a really good game when I can get it to run, performance-wise, but it's a really good game. but it was built with a lot of great developers that had a lot of good ideas, and they built upon the survival genre, taking everything great, even intermixing things from the RPG genre as well. And they made something really awesome. So in my opinion, Savage Lands does really well, and I think we've carved out a really cool niche, really brutal, and as many of you know, I love that kind of brutal aspect of gameplay. And I want to keep it that way. I don't want to make it, I don't want to turn Savage Lands into World of Warcraft, which is you can play it, eat dinner, and watch TV at the same time while hitting on it some armadillo or some, I just had a brain fart. Boar. How's that, boar?
There you
I
go.
wanted to say, what were the little... I love those guys. It's been a long... I forget the name of those guys.
Okay, yeah, we'll move
All
on.
right,
It's
so
fine,
anyway, guys. Anyway, Savage Lands, I think we've carved out a niche. But every great game, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. What you want to do, build off of ideas that have worked really well, and then put in those new ideas that you can build upon. Even League of Legends. You look at League of Legends, or even Dota. What genre of gaming were they built off of? RTS. And they just simplified a lot of mechanics. Point, click, drag, select, all of that is pulled from RTS. But they, League of Legends and Dota 2 have kind of refined hero mechanics. Dota, the original Dota, was built off of what they did great in Warcraft 3, hero gameplay. So a lot of games, they just continually build, much like, and then once in a while you'll get that new idea that comes along that really hasn't ever been done, and there are a few gems here and there, and those are great. But a lot of times, a lot of people like certain genres of gamings, and I like to build within a certain couple types of genres, and we'll build off of great ideas that I've done in the past, or ideas that have worked that people are familiar with. Two is familiarity. People they love gameplays that they're familiar with as well. So you don't want to stray too far, because then you really segregate yourself, and it makes it difficult for a lot of players. Especially, I'm building a survival game, but we have entirely brand new mechanics that you've never seen before. That could be good, but it's a heck of a gamble to do that. So anyway, I think I've talked too long about that, but hopefully I answered the question. So anyway, I'm glad that you were listening to the Command & Conquer soundtrack. I love that soundtrack.
Let's just cycle all the way back around
All
to
right.
the beginning of that conversation.
Savlin, were you missing a chest? Hold on, I had a... Where did my mouse go? Oh, boy. All right.
Because this actually is a question that we've talked about in a while. Torpid Anima just asked, armor, even low level, seems to be too strong and mitigates all damage until it breaks and you repair, which I know is by design. But he's questioning, or she, sorry, Torrid, is questioning, are there plans on changing this so it only mitigates a percentage of the damage later on?
No, I don't want damage mitigation in a traditional RPG sense. It doesn't work for this game. Armor is armor. I mean, if you think about it from a real-world perspective, are you going to run around saying, oh, it's, I have an AC of 180 that should mitigate X number of damage? No, armor is armor. It is a shell built around the player to protect the player from damage. Now, there are things, much like in the real world, that can pierce that armor. There are bears that can pierce the armor, cur that can pierce the armor. Things with incredibly large claws can pierce the armor. Ebon Steel is the best armor in the game. And there's two things in the game that can pierce that armor. Bears and cur. Those are and I think Lycor are the two things that can pierce through that armor. So the idea is that it acts as a shield and it protects you. Once that armor is gone, you lose that protection. It's gone. You are exposed to the world. So I want to minimize the RPG layer of the game that a lot of players are like, well, you have AC and you could add, different stats and skills. I want to add into the game what makes sense for the experience that we're building. And that's just kind of an ongoing process. But I like armor how it is, and I believe that we can better the system. And trust me, if you guys have ideas on how we can better the system that exists today without going a tried and true RPG mitigation system through AC, I want to hear it. I love, because I guarantee you, most of you guys, are smarter than I am. So if you got better ideas, I definitely want to hear how we can improve what we have and make a better experience. So with that said, I'm starting a new server.
All right, you do that.
All
I've
right.
got another question for you. Corporal Dwayne Hicks asks, once upon a time, the Savage Wolfskin helmet had a wolf head for the icon. It didn't look like a wolf when you put it on.
The mantle.
But yes, where are we with the mantle?
I got to get. That's actually Corbett's realm.
I need to kick him out of Vancouver.
And he's been slacking a little bit. So Corb, we need to remake. What I want.
Let's be clear. He's been slacking on Savage Lands because you've taken him to another unnamed project.
Yes, I'm using Corbett and his expertise to do stuff. He's a very talented artist. So I am working on another prototype. Really cool stuff, guys. In addition to Savage, I work 7 days a week. So. All the time. So, but Savage, I do a lot of stuff on the weekends because I get a lot of time in the morning. I actually don't sleep, believe it or not. You can see that in my eyes because I'm always thinking about all the cool things I could add to Savage. But I leveraged Corbett for a little bit. He's an amazing character artist, and I needed his talents to do some cool prototyping. So, but the wolf mantle, what I want is literally kind of what you would see right out of, you know, the classic movies is that wolf head with the mantle coming down over you. But I want to create a wolf NPC, a wolf kind of epic mob that you have to kill to acquire the head large enough that you could wear on the player. So that would be pretty cool. So I pulled it out for the short term. I actually pulled out a lot of different items. A lot of guys showed me, another player showed me the other day, the serrated steel blade that I pulled out ages ago. Had one. So these are kind of like relics, ancient weapons from the past.
But at least in that case, it's actually something that you're going to be putting back in.
Yes, it'll go back in time.
Whenever.
All right, hosting a new server. We'll get around to it, Chloe. You gotta just have faith. Have faith in the Rubior. Oh, where is this?
No, not today.
Not today.
Not today. Sorry, not today.
All right, guys, come and find me. First person. Ebon Steel, as I mentioned, Ebon Steel is kind of. I'll give you a shout out in the stream, but if you're wearing Ebon Steel and a Flesh Ripper or even a Reckless Edge or any of the high tier weapons, I gotta give it to the guys that don't have it. You obviously have done very well for yourself in the game. So anyway, I'm waiting patiently. Hopefully I didn't give away too much.
So Easy Modding gives a really nice compliment, which is comparing you guys to the game The Forest. They don't understand this game is much better. You actually have a purpose in this game, and that's actually an interesting statement because a lot of people come into the game and they're like, okay, I've played for 2 hours, I've done everything. Now what? There's no content in the game, and for folks like that, one of the questions we normally go back to them with from us on the development team is, well, what have you actually done? Have you gone in and crafted all the gear? Or have you collected all this stuff? Have you explored absolutely everything in the world? Because that's a challenge to literally do all that and not die at the same time. But how do you approach the game? Because in a true sandbox world where you can go anywhere and do anything, you know, within the limits of the game rules, in, you know, not falling off the edge of the world or whatever. How do you approach the game? What is it that you've done in those 2 hours?
Yeah, I've seen that in a lot of reviews. It's like, well, there's no content. Do you define content as MMO style quests? Go here and pick some berries. Go here and kill 4 boar. Here's your cloth shreds. Thank you. I mean, this is Savage Lands, as it says in our charter and early access, and in our object. You know, a charter, like it's some type of guild. Golly, I'm on fire today. You are. You know what the thing is? I have in my head, I got to fix this stupid paper doll thing, so I can't get it out of my head. I mean, you know, all right, so hold on, Chloe. I'm going hungry.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna have to ask the community in a second for food, because I obviously came ill prepared. I'm gonna have to go chop some berries. Great. All right. So anyway, it's a great question. What is the content? It's an open world sandbox game. It's kind of like harkens back to the days of Ultima Online. You are this person in this world. You are thrown on this island. Now survive.
Yeah.
Do whatever it takes. I don't care what you do. You have the tools. The tools are there. And anybody in the community will tell you the tools are there. The first 2 days are the hardest, much like it would be if your plane crashed or if you were stranded on an island and didn't know what to do. You know, you were stranded on this deserted island. But luckily, I give you a bag of apples and some cured meat and an axe. I actually give you more than what you would normally start off with in a survival situation in most cases. But the goal is you got to survive. This island is harsh. It's unforgiving. It will kill you. That is what we set out to do. In this fantasy world, you have skeletons, direwolves, dragons, and all sorts of cool, ethereal spirit beings that are being put in. We're adding in lore, cool lore that you'll be able to explore. We have, how many survival games actually have rare epic mobs? I can't think of one.
Did you say mobs or mobs?
Mobs. I'm sorry. I can't speak. Rare epic mobs in the game. I mean, there are very few. That's kind of an MMO thing. And that's something I did pull over from my time with MMORPGs because I feel that it's a compelling element of gameplay. Who doesn't like going out and finding Lycor or Helion? And you kill Helion and you get access, you get the relic blade, the ancient relic blade. Then you take the ancient relic blade and you forge the Grey Reaver. And that's a cool weapon. Or you got to make your way out to, are you guys ready? To the Flesh Ripper. I'll look out there really quick. Waiting out there for you guys. You make your way out to these really cool hidden areas that I've kind of put in there for you to find and explore. I shouldn't have, we're not going to create quests that take you along every step of the way of the island. But with that said, the start area that we're in, and mind you, I'm going to run around here, Chloe, and show people.
Right.
These skeletons right here mark the edge of the start area territory. Right here, boom. You see those, you're going to be leaving what I define as the start area. Argo, the city, the town with the statue, is actually a start area. This has actually it's a lot easier than other areas in the game, believe it or not. And it's designed to get new players, ease new players in, but it's still brutal. I mean, a lot of players ask, will I freeze to death? Well, build a torch. 2 flint, a stick, and some claw shreds.
And then go light a tree on fire and warm yourself up.
Yeah, you can light trees on fire. You can imagine forest fires, they're pretty warm. Yeah. You can heat yourself up. There's a lot of cool things that you can do, and we give you a lot of tools to work with, but you as a player you got to figure that out, which you don't normally do in a lot of, if you think of like the modern day MMORPG, most of the time designers are telling players what to do. Okay, now take the hammer out of your inventory and equip it. Great, now go hit something. We don't do that. You got to figure it out, which is actually what I love. And I'll be honest, that's how I plan to continue to make the game. I will tweak Argo, the start area. I will continue to balance it because I do want new players to come in and have a fun experience. But I'm not going to make it so easy that it's like one-hit boar, one-hit deer kill. But I do listen, and I will refine that experience that will ease you in because my ultimate long-term goal as the creative director, design director, producer of this project is to ease you in, and as you move into the island, it becomes more difficult. The progression is done through the items that you acquire, not through some arbitrary leveling system. Much like you would in real life. I now have this axe. This axe is going to do great things for me. I now have a full plate of the most epic armor in the game. Guess what? I'm not going to take a lot of hits. Hopefully you guys find me before I starve to death. Hold on, I'll give you guys a hint. All right, everybody look in the stream. Where am I at? All right, hopefully that gives you guys a lot of hints. All right.
Okay, more questions.
All right, so off my soapbox. There we go.
You're going to be on that a lot today, aren't you?
Our stream is just out of control today, so.
Okay, so I think this is how you pronounce the name. Chaos Azrael. Sorry if I fucked that up.
Hold on. What? I'm like, why is nobody joining? No, it's up. Okay. Hosts, privacy, anyone can join. There are people in the server. You know what? The server's full. Everybody's busy trying to find me.
Ah, there you go. Okay, anyway, so Azrael is asking what they would have to bribe our crew with in order to convince us to make the wolves tameable.
It's something I want to do. You don't have to, there's no bribery involved at all. It's actually on the list. I want creature taming on all levels from the wolves to the boar to rabbits that'll eventually go in to birds. I'd love to have birds. You have birds that just kind of fly around you, flock to you. Imagine if you had a bunch of killer attack crows. That would be awesome. Bears. But that level of taming, there will be things like chances of success, chances of failure. You'll have to find the components to craft the right wand to tame a particular bear. That's what I want in the game. That's where I want to be. But yes, the short answer is yes, I want creature taming. No bribery needed at all. I'd also like the ability to lock doors and chests because I think players really want that. What do you think, Chloe?
I would have to agree that is absolutely at the top of our charts. There are a few things.
Cur cannot be tamed.
Yeah, no dragon riding. Out. But there are a few things that we have been tracking that you guys have been asking for months. It is not that we are ignoring them, but the reality is the team for Savage Lands is small. That is the nature
reality,
of the game.
Chloe. Here we go.
It is reality. And we have to work within reality, and we have to be honest about it because we don't have any other defense when people are like, well, you've been talking about doing this for months. Where is it? We only have 3 coders. They can only work as far and as fast as they can because there's only 3 of them, and we don't have the ability to add additional resources to that. That's just the reality of the situation. So
yeah, it comes down to planning. Like dedicated servers has consumed a huge chunk of our time. Character customizer has consumed a huge chunk of code's time. Now we can do stuff on the design side, like I can improve, the world. I can tweak some items, add new items in, but brand new features like like locking chests or new types of functionality for housing. I mean, all of that requires code, and it's when we just got to plan out what we build and when we build it, and how we deliver and when we're going to deliver it. So, I would love I have mad respect for the art team. I would love to have 40 devs. I've worked on teams that have 40 devs, and you can get a lot done if you're organized. I would love to have 40 devs.
I've never worked with a studio that's that big.
But truthfully, I have 6, and I love the 6 guys because we get a lot of stuff done too. We're much more agile. We're not we're not hindered to schedule. There's no miscommunication. Everybody knows what we're doing, and we just get it done. That's one of the great things about small indie dev, is that you're going to do it. Now, the unfortunate part is that unfortunate component of that is it does take time to get stuff done, but as a developer to the community which Chloe and I love to death, it just takes time. We're not always going to deliver, such as the current counter in this latest update, but it will get done.
Yeah, it's not that we aren't going to get it out, period. It's that it is not making it into the immediate upcoming patch.
I'm surprised nobody's found me. What's going on? I'm kind of like worried here. It's like, all right, guys, I'm at 3 pillars. I'm on the opposite end of the beach. This is like, for you old schoolers, I'm surprised you guys haven't run up on this yet. This should be a no-brainer. Anyway, sorry, Chloe. I'm actually quite concerned. All right, and I'm starving to death. I don't want to take some.
You're also standing in the water.
I'm gonna go chop some berries right now.
You're gonna tip down shortly.
All right, go ahead, Chloe.
Okay.
So hopefully that answers the question.
Yes, absolutely.
Cotton. Ooh.
Coral. Shimrod. Both Chris and I are actually from the Signal Studio side of the project.
Ooh, frostberries. More frostberries. By the way, if you guys don't know how to get frostberries, these bushes right here yield the great frostberry of the Sundered Isle. These trees yield 3 nuts. Boom! I got 2 in one shot. That's awesome.
Bear Zyper just suggested, how about around 200 characters trying to get to the Flesh Ripper achievement?
I'm going to put in an achievement for the Flesh Ripper, by the way, guys.
Speaking of, I know things got shifted around because of the character and all that. Go. When is the next? When and what are the next set of achievements that are going in?
Hold on,
we haven't had one of those in a while.
We got Super Donkey 78. Woohoo! Super Donkey. All right, Super Donkey's the winner. And let's see what I have. Hopefully, I got some good stuff.
Good job.
I got 1, 2, technically I have 3 bags left, but I want to. No, I got 2 bags. I got 1 more bag after this one, guys, which is good because we only got time for 1 more giveaway. There you go, Super Donkey. Flesh wrap bag. Let's watch Super Donkey deck himself out in awesome.
All right, I'm going to set up for the next giveaway. We do have more questions that I will try and fit in, but what's my code word for this time? What's my keyword? What's my keyword?
Flesh Ripper.
Flesh Ripper.
Flesh Ripper! Look at that. Woohoo! Flesh wrapped hammer. Everybody wants one. One of the best mining hammers in the game. Oh, by the way, the Reckless Edge is now the best tree chopping axe in the game, just in case you want to chop trees really quickly. You want to use it?
Yep.
All right, so I did that purposely because those are 2 high-end weapons, and I wanted to make sure they're not necessarily the Flesh Ripper, they're not the Grey Reaver, but I wanted to give them some value so players will construct them. And the value lies in their ability to help you with mining and building. So there you go. All right, guys, I'm going to launch a new server.
All right. So it does come up quite frequently, but somebody just asked in chat, what is our opinion on Steam Workshop support or mod support? The long and the short of the answer is, during the early access, we can't officially support either. And that is because we are constantly touching the basic game code that really, both for Workshop and for mods, like, you guys need to have stable content for that to be able to build your mods on top of. So during early access, people can still make mods, and you know, you can support them, but if there's a problem that a mod has created, our first answer is going to be revert to vanilla. And that's not because we don't want to support the concept of mods and modifications and that whole scene. It's just we are still messing with the foundation. So once our foundation's in place, it becomes a slightly different conversation.
I love chat. Chat always makes me laugh. All right, so yes, Chloe is correct. We don't officially support mods because our code base, like Chloe said, is always changing. So if you do make mods, more power to you. But if things break, I'm sorry, we have to make from our side, we have to make a solid game, a fun game, and we're constantly changing things. But we don't support mods for for that reason.
For now.
Yeah,
that conversation could change in the future, is the whole point.
Absolutely. So, I love modding. Modding's been around a very long time. Back in the days of, I'm going to show my age, back in the days of CNC, we used to get hit up all the time for an official editor. And our tools, now I can say it, I couldn't say it back then, but our tools, our proprietary tools, were really clunky, and it was very difficult for players to, it would require a lot of work on the code team and design team to get those tools into shape for something that was consumer facing, where designers could deal with stuff and coders could work around stuff. It was much easier. But we wanted to support mods. We loved mods back then, but we couldn't. It just wasn't an easy thing to do. Nowadays, it's a relatively easy thing to do, but in early access, like Chloe was saying, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly changing, so I can't really necessarily endorse something or embrace a mod because, the game itself is changing. Now, if you guys want to make something, great. I would love to see it. If you make something cool, a mod, let me know. I'd love to take a look at it, take a peek and see what you guys are doing, because in my mind, mods are taking the idea and molding it into something that other players want to see, and or taking it in a direction that could, that's interesting or different. And I like seeing that stuff. So, if you guys make mods out there, you could post it in our what's a good place? Our feedback forum.
We actually have a whole.
Okay, so the 2 forums that I visit: general discussion. I do visit the feedback forum and bugs. Those are the 3 forums I am constantly in. So, where is it, Chloe?
The one that is like tips, tricks, and
Okay, I don't go
other
there. I don't
stuff.
go to that. I don't honestly. I don't go to that one all the time because I'm constantly looking at stuff to
I
fix.
know. I'm just amused that you don't even know that it's there.
It's there. I know it's there, but I look at feedback. I look at bugs, and I
Or
look at
in
general
fact, for
discussion.
someone because we have we do want to add controller support to the game. But there are a couple of people who have made controller mods, including one of our moderators, or one of our community moderators, which is Sean, has actually gone through and done like a controller map.
Yeah,
for
Sean's
you to
done a great
use.
job.
And I think it's actually pinned in that. Pretty sure I pinned it.
Yeah, Sean, one of our mods, he
Shout out
actually
to
did.
Sean.
He did a really good job on the controller map. And what I've designed is very similar to what he has. I made a few tweaks here and there, but it's very close to what I would want to do for a controller map. So mega props to Sean for doing that. So, and by the way, mega props to our mods, Devlin, Pixie, Sean, Kryzak. We have a great mod team, community team that does a lot of work for you guys. Give them respect. They move a topic. Please don't feel offended. They're just organizing it for us on the development side so that I can bounce into the 3 forums that I always go to and easily read stuff.
In fact, 9 times out of 10, if a thread has been moved and a redirect is not there, it's actually because I forgot to choose the redirect.
Yeah.
They are amazing at doing the redirects. I suck at them.
All right.
So
I'm going to give a hint on this this location. This is the last giveaway that I have, guys.
Yep. And I find
Head down the beach towards Vec.
And
How's-
I know that. I know that.
You know where I'm
I know where
talking
you are.
about? All right.
Do
See,
actually.
Chloe's like, you never change anything. Gosh.
No, you really don't.
You're just always. I'm like, it's so easy though. And there's
Anyway.
if you get here, there's some worn leather boots. Woohoo!
All right.
All right.
So the winners.
And I have a
the second-
campfire for marshmallows.
Where's our sausages, Chris?
Soon, I actually have
Where
a
are the
sausage.
sausages?
I do. I was actually when I was making the piglets last weekend. I'm like, oh, I could. I wonder if I could have if I have a sausage model.
You
We
do.
don't. The animation doesn't work right for that though. So we actually
What,
have
like
a sausage.
roasting them?
We have a sausage string that I could use, but the animation just looks really weird. I tried it out last weekend because I thought everybody would love sundered sausage.
Just pick up the great big huge string. Oh my god! Can we make it into a flail?
A flail? No,
Like
no
you hold
flails.
it, it is a flail, isn't it? Where you have the stick and the things are trailing off of it. Or am I thinking of a morning star?
You might be a flail and Morningstar, very kind of similar. I
Yeah,
think?
they're very like it's a stick with different things on the end. I don't remember which one I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm thinking of the thing like it's on a stick and you swing it around and it hits stuff. So I think it is a flail. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll look it up later. I want when we put in Chris, when we put in the forest gremlins.
Yes,
They're
actually.
sitting at a campfire.
Yes,
I
that's.
want them to pull out a sausage and roast the sausage.
All right. All right, everybody. The stream is getting a little out of control.
And I'm now starting. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let's go back. Let's. I really wish we could rewind an hour.
Okay,
You and I
so-
could actually say, "Hey, let's plan this."
Well, you know what? I have the excuse of having to come directly off of a Toy Soldiers stream. What's your excuse? Okay, so the winners.
I'm busy,
the winners
Chloe.
first.
I got prefabs to break.
You're gonna break the sausages, aren't you? Okay, so our winners are None Superior, Nicotine,
Thank you, Bear.
Nicotine, Mr. Whisk, Seriously What, and General Socks.
General Socks.
I think it's Socks. That's okay.
See,
I think it's Socks. It
are
might
you guys having
So-
fun? Hopefully, you're having fun in our stream. I mean, like I said, Chloe and I are we just have fun.
fun this week.
Yeah, we just have fun. So hopefully, you guys are having fun. We just don't get crazy. All right, who do we got here? This is all right. CCB. I got my glasses on so I can read. CCB. Everybody 12 with some meat in his hand.
Oh, maybe
Great.
maybe he'll give you meat, or is he just gonna eat the meat and taunt you with it? Because that would be even
Oh, that's
better.
rude. All right. I actually did. I take no. Nope. Here, I took the meat out of the bag, but I'm gonna give him frostberries. There you go, bud.
Oh.
All right. Like I said, all right. Congrats, everybody in the stream who's watching. Congrats to CCB. All right. I got it. I got to give it away.
Okay, I got it.
But I will give Naked Dude here, who is I got I got stuff, guys. All right. We got more naked people. Astro Zombie. All right, guys. Where did? All right. I love when guys just come in and outdo me. It's like, here's a bunch of stuff I crafted. Here's a flesh ripper for the heck of it. You know, I got 40 of them. That's awesome. My goodness. All right. So where's? All right, CCB. This is for you, bud.
Shoot.
Are you all right, Chloe?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, wow. Carnifex. Just hooking it up with the spirit orbs. I see all that, and it kind of makes me wonder, did I break something? You have a ton of stuff, my friend. Holy smokes. I got to give you massive props for crafting like a madman. Woof. Look at these guys in Ebon Steel. Obviously not playing in the beta yet. And then our poor Astro. Astro, I got something for you. I got you, oh man, I got just tons of naked people. This is just out of control. I don't know if I have enough stuff. Did Chloe disappear, guys? Where did Chloe go? Oh, Chloe. Alright. This is for Astro. I got some boots. I got some stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff on me. I'm all out now. Alright, well, you got a helmet, some gloves, and boots. You're naked, but hey, you look semi-good. All right, Ix. I think, let's see what I got here. Oh, I got, I think some arm guards. Here's a hammer. All right, that's all I got, really, guys. Everything else is just kind of stuff I need. All right. All right, guys. Well, that's that. That's all I got. There wasn't much. I wish I had more. Amazing. I thought you got a chest piece. Why are you running around with clothes on? What happened? All right. That was like a Mad Max like band of guys there. All right. So anyway, where did Chloe go? She just disappeared, everybody. What the heck's up with that?
Okay, just creating more of an epic fail today. That's all we're doing.
What happened, Chloe?
Delivery came, and it's our food delivery. And I just totally, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see what happened to my finger?
Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, I just gave myself a massive blood blister. I'm gonna have to go and deal with that. So, yeah.
Oh, I just ruined chat again.
Oh, what did you do this time?
I don't know what I did. All right, so I gave away a lot of cool stuff. Hopefully you guys like it. This is an Super Donkey. This is how we're very professional. This is how we run our streams. Chloe and I, we're like a well-oiled machine.
Normally we're not this bad. I swear to God, we are not this bad. I actually really need to go put ice on that.
All right, so well, we're 203 guys. I actually have to go work and get some. I want to get the next beta patch out because I do want to release the beta tomorrow if all goes well. So I got to go work on this. I got to go work on some stuff, and Chloe obviously has to go ice a wound that she is now. Would you like some Frostfern bandages?
That honestly would probably work pretty well.
They probably would. They're amazing. They cure everything but disease.
Yeah, hazard pay. Hazard pay. Well, unfortunately, this occurred during work, but it was not because of work, so it's all good. All right, well, let me do my outro real quick. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming and joining us today. Thank you for putting up with all of our shenanigans, both intentional and not. If you asked a question in chat and we did not get to it, I apologize. Please feel free to ask in chat.
You got it, Chloe. You got this. You got this. I'm here for
you.
you.
A lot of the questions that we saw today are frequently asked questions. Some of them may actually be in our FAQ that is pinned on the forums. If you cannot find the answer there and nobody answers you in the forums, it's likely going to be one of us as a developer or a moderator hopping in and responding to you, so don't worry, you will get a response. We also have a ton of information located in the Savage Lands wiki, and that link is going to be showing up in chat very shortly. And that is completely run by you guys, by our amazing community. Our moderators, both Deb and Sean, spend a crazy amount of time every time things go through patch notes, because Chris doesn't give us all the intimate details. They sit there and go through the game level by level, piece by piece, recipe by recipe, to make sure that the wiki is constantly and currently always up to date. If you speak multiple languages, we are actually currently translating the wiki into French, German, and Russian. So if you speak one of those languages and you want to help out, please reach out to either Dev or Sean and they will help you get started. Or if you speak a different language and you want to help translate it, our wiki, into your native language, let us know. We can help get that set up for you, and you can get started on that. If you're interested in finding out the latest information about Savage Lands, you can find us not only on Steam, which always has the latest information, but also on savagelandsgame.com, our official website. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SavageLandsGame, and on Twitter at SavageLandsGame. You can tell what our naming convention is with this title. Thank you once again for joining both myself and Chris. We are your community manager and your game designer, as well as your resident screwballs.
Yeah, apparently we... Can I go, Chloe?
Yes,
I don't know if I can top that. If Logan's watching, I'm hungry, Logan. Can you give me some food? I'm starving. All right, so with that said, thank you, everybody. We greatly appreciate the support. As many of you know, we really do. We're a small team dedicated to making something epic. And thank you, coming to our streams, even though Chloe and I don't have anything kind of scripted, that's the whole point, because I think it's more genuine when we're just who we are and we have fun and we play together with the fans, and it's a great experience. But Savage Lands is something epic that Signal Studios and Digital DNA has set out to build and make awesome. So we have a great team behind this game. We're working as hard as we can to make something epic. If you bought the game in the last couple of weeks, thank you. Thank you very much. You got feedback, you're having issues, please visit our forums. By no means, in any way, shape, or form, is the game bug-free. I'll fully admit that.
Nope. But we're in active development, and
yes,
we are dedicated to making sure that whenever we release, it's a better experience than it was before.
Yeah, it's early access, and if you can read our early access, charter thing that outlines our path, what we're doing. We are a committed dev. We haven't, here it comes, Chloe, abandoned the game yet. We haven't abandoned the game. So we're on update number 15. As soon as update number 15 is out, we'll be on update number 16. So we're working hard to make something great. And we greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for supporting us. And most importantly, thank you for letting me know when there's bugs. The team, it helps us make a better game in the long term. Thank you for coming to these streams and watching Chloe and I make fools of ourselves. We really love that. But hopefully it's entertainment. We can take a few minutes out of your day and you guys can have fun. You cannot worry about the pressures and distractions of the world. You can enjoy life in the Savage Lands, where I, as a designer, get to brutally kick your butt when you don't have tons of ebon steel and a flesh ripper. So it's all good. Thank you, guys. More to come soon. Stay tuned to our forums. I'll answer questions when I can, but I got to get to work. I got to fix this character customizer thing. It's killing me right now. And Chloe has a ton of stuff to do. So thank you, guys.
Yep.
Peace out.
See you guys next week.
So that would have been a great way to end the stream if I did it like that, but I'm so slow at clicking stuff. All right. Peace out. There. Nope. Yep. No. I broke it.